why, I don't say main reason, but the reason why I wanted to bring you guys out here. Each of you have your own particular style when it comes to like shoes, clothing. We've all grown up in different areas, so different shoes have kind of had a different effect on us, not just our personal lifestyles, but our relationships, our upbringing, our friends. I feel like all of us at some point in here have like connected over shoes. So, welcome. So we're gonna deep dive into it a little bit more, get a little bit more intimate with some of these questions. So everybody don't know how to answer, but if you got a cool story, I definitely want to hear it. So the first one I got is, what's the first pair of sneaker that you felt like you were the man with? Like nobody could tell you nothing. You got these shoes and you was like, shit, I'm about to go to the mall. I'm about to go to the movie theater. Or if it was when you was older. So mine is actually a crazy story. So mine was probably like ninth grade. The Jordan 8 lows had came out, the all white ones, the white and gray ones. And we went on base with my parents. Like I told y'all, my dad was in the military. We went on base and they had one pair left and it was a size 14. Y'all see where this is going. I think I wore like an 11 at the time. And I was like, hey, Mom. And it was on sale too because they was like, nobody's buying a 14. So I was like, hey, Ma, I need those. She was like, you don't even wear that size. I was like, I'm going to grow into them. Man. So my mom bought me these size 14, but I didn't care because there were some J's and they was brand new. They had just dropped. So I'm over here literally walking to the first day of school. And my I got like 3 pair of socks stuffed into the front of them, walking around, flopping. Everybody's like, yo, them shits is cold. The whole time, like, they're falling off my feet as I'm walking. And so somebody finally was like, those look kind of big. And I was like, hey, chill out. But nah, honestly, those were like the first pair of shoes that I had that it was like, I felt some type of way. I felt like I had a little chip on my shoulder, had a little confidence. And much like you guys, like growing up, I was a Payless kid. My mom was taking me to Payless to get them shoes. She was like, you're not messing up no $100 shoes. So I was going to Payless, and it wasn't until like I started working in high school I got to buy my own pair of like legit sneakers other than this. But it was like $60, so that don't really count. But yeah, that was my first time. What y'all got?
Man, I think the first time I bought some sneakers, well, not even bought some sneakers, was for my mother. So I came to this country as an immigrant. A lot of people try to make fun of me or whatever the case is. But I came to this country in 19...
Not him laughing.
Nah. Bruh, because they think I chose to be foreign, bruh. Foreign chose me. Nonetheless, I came to this country in 1995, right? So my mother, she was hustling to get us some shoes. So I don't even know if y'all remember Ames. When Ames was jumping. Nonetheless, this before Walmart, before, what was it, Calidor, Kmart, all that. So long story short, my mother was hustling to Ames. She always used to walk from work back and forth, whatever the case is. So you know in the hood, nobody has nothing but some bomb ass shoes. Can I curse on this? Nah, fuck it. So they got so they got some bomb ass shoes in the hood. No niggas don't got nothing in the hood but some shoes, right? And everybody was rocking the Jordans. Long story short, my mother walking back and forth to Ames. We didn't really know too much about Jordans, Nikes, whatever the case is. But I went to school. Everybody used to make fun of me because I had the Everlast. You remember the Everlast drinks you used to get from out? Yeah. For sure. So long story short, man, my mother was in there. She seen some drinks that mimicked Jordans, but it was really the Shaq drinks. When he was on the drink with the about to do the layup, but he dunked it. Yeah, he was hanging off the rim. Bruh, so nonetheless, yeah. So nonetheless, I'm just come to this country, so I really didn't know too much about the whole sneaker culture, how niggas in the hood they would rather buy some sneakers before they pay their rent. So nonetheless, bruh, I get on there, bruh. I'm going to school. Mind you, I'm probably in the probably 6th grade, so I wasn't even hip that people was this, or kids was this conscious on what you was wearing. Bruh, my mother bought me some Jordans 1s, but it was the Shaqs. So I'm like, bro, these joints about to go hard in school, bro. So I'm walking to school like I'm the man. I'm walking in there like, yeah, these joints about to kill. Soon as I walk in there, a nigga says, those the Shaqs? Bruh, my whole demeanor changed at that point, bro. I remember coming home And I had to apologize to my mother when I got older because I was like, Ma, you bought me some fake shoes, you bought me these, you bought me that. But even in the transition of really getting some shoes together, I just remember as a youngin' just getting some Shaqs and even feeling like you was a man. So at that point, I had to realize, like, bruh, the shoes don't make you, the man make the shoes. You feel me? So that's always been a transitional phase to me as I was became a grown man. I was like, damn, I learned a hard lesson from that.
We're gonna go back to, this is 2006. This was, matter of fact, I remember day for the day. January 31st, 2006. This was when the DMP pack came out. So if anybody knows about that pack, this was the first pack that Jordan did. There was all that, when he started doing the old love, new love, all that came later. The DMP pack, 6 and 11. So the DMP pack was the first pack they dropped as a whole, $300, which was unheard of because, you know, at the time, Jordans, at the most part, was going for 180, which was the Flint 13s was the most expensive around that time, was about 180. And so the DMP pack was $300. So, you know, this was the first of its kind. Everybody was lined up. So I remember I went all the way out to Security Boulevard Mall in Baltimore. Yeah. And you know, I was living in Woodbridge, so that was, first of all, that was a hike. And so I was a junior. My mother took me out there. She took me out there, and I went at midnight. Went at midnight as a high schooler, lined up, because everybody was out there. I mean, it was like 200, 300 niggas out there at midnight. So they opened the mall doors at 9, and I just remember everybody running through the freaking food court and tripping over chairs, because if you know how that mall was set up, you had to go through the food court. Yes, so you had to go through the food court, and then you bucked the right, and then all the shoe stores was on each side of the mall. And so at the time, Foot Action was there, and so you had to run through the food court, people tripping over chairs, falling over tables and stuff, just to get lined up again in front of another shoe store, which was Foot Action. There was the first opening. So I get in the line, I'm number 6. So at the time, I was, you know, we was hooping in high school, so I was fast. And so I get in line, I'm there, and then we going in one by one. And I wore a size 10. So by the time I got to the front, they had a 10.5, and they only had 8 pairs. When I got to the front, they had a 10.5 left and an 8. So it was clutch. I was a 10, so I was like, I'm taking a 10.5. So I'm sitting there counting out the money. So I'm sitting there counting out the money. I didn't understand that there's such thing called tax. So I get this nigga $300. So he looking at me, he's like, my man, it's $311.50. And so I'm looking, and I'm like, I ain't got $11.50. So I'm looking in the line, like, looking for help from random niggas. And everybody looking like, I hope he just stepped to the side, because I got it. I got my $311. So then I call my mom, because my cell phone was dead because we was waiting outside for 9 hours. It's funny. So I'm sitting there, and she's like, I don't got it. Mind you, why the hell does my mom not have $11.50? I think she just wasn't trying to front me, but it's okay. And so the dude in line, and he's like, hey, my man, how long? So he was like, my man, how long you been out here? And I was like, dawg, I've been out here since midnight. Mind you, it's like 9:30 now. We've been out for 9.5 hours. And he was like, you know what? He's like, I got him. He's like, I'm going to give it to you. And I was like, you for real? He's like, yeah. So he counted out. He gave him a dub, got his change. And he was like, man, I respect you. I appreciate that you did that, because I couldn't have done it. And so he gave me the money for the shoes. And I remember when I brought them joints in the Garfield, and I wore them DMP 11s, nobody else in Garfield had them. Nobody. And so when I rocked them joints in Garfield, my coochie meter went through the roof. Because I'm telling you, like, and I kept everything on them. I kept the plastic on them. I kept the gold tag. The gold tag was hanging off the side, like this little black shit. Like, I kept everything on them, so you knew I had them joints. And I think I even brought the damn gold box to school too. Like, yeah, y'all gonna see this shit. And so, yeah, I was pressed. And I actually still got them to this day. I mean, they probably falling apart now, but yeah, that was the shoe where I was like, yeah, I'm about to kill the game with this shit. And like I said, nobody had them Jones in Garfield. So yeah.
All right, so next situation I got. So at some point, I feel like when you did put on those shoes that nobody else had, like, you always got somebody being weird, or like a weird compliment. So, like, what's the weirdest compliment you got on the shoes from somebody? Mine was I I was at 7-Eleven one day. I get out the car, and I had on the all black 10s. And, like, it was later, because those came out, when those come out? Like, early 2000s? Yeah.
05 or 06.
So this is probably like 2017. I had them on, and I was going into 7-Eleven. This dude was like, "Yo, my guy." He was like, "I ain't seen those in a minute." He was like, "What size are those?" Everybody know when somebody asks you what size, they're trying to know. I said, I had to take a step back. I was like, "What's up, bro?" He's like, "Oh no." He was like, "For real, like, I'll buy those off your feet right now." And I was like, "When am I gonna wear home, bro? Like, I'm at 7-Eleven, like." And he was like, "Nah, them joints is fire. Like, how much you want for them?" And I was like, "Nothing, because I need to go home. Like, what am I gonna do?" And he was like dead set. He sat there with me and was like, he walked into 7-Eleven with me. He was like walking around the store. He's like, "No, I'm serious. Like, how much you want for those? I'll take them off your feet right now." And I was just like, he's really out here trying to buy my shoes off my feet. So for me, that's crazy. If I see somebody with a pair of shoes that's dope, I'm like, "Yo, those are hot." And I'm going online to try and find them. I'm not trying to get the ones off their feet. Like, that's crazy to me. But what y'all got?
I'm more of urban type with the sneakers, but when I bought my first pair of McQueens or designer Jones, my man looked at me like, "Hey, bro, what the fuck you doing, bro? like what's that?" He say them Jones tight, but what's them? You know what I'm saying? I had some all black Jones, and they had like the glow in the dark bottom, and they had like what was it, like blue and like pink around it. So them Jones was fire to me for some casual type stuff, take your lady out, whatever like that. And the first time I wore them to first time I went to Eddie V's. Ooh. And you know that John was. It was a right vibe for that, right? But I'm sitting here like, damn, I'm about to spend like $300 on this plate. I spent $650 on this junk. It's like $1,000 right here. Like, this ain't even me though. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Like, this not me right here. Like, but you know, that was the weirdest shit. You know, my man was like, what the fuck you doing, bro? Like, what is those? So that was my weirdest shit.
I didn't get to say these shoes when we went around for the last couple questions, but I had a friend of mine whose uncle was the general manager for the Foot Locker at the Boulevard when the Boulevard first was popping. When like Fred Smoot and them was coming straight from the stadium and coming down the shop when everybody closed. Like, we was in there, and he had got me a job in there like a couple of weeks after this incident. But I had went in there and like just trying to find something real short to put on and then go step out with my fellas. And I seen a pair of the black snakeskin 2K4 Huaraches. And if y'all know about them joints, they didn't have no Nike on it. They had no stitching on it. It was just snakeskin, black bottom, black strap. And I'm like, them the ones. I bought them. And then like 2 days later, we had gone out, me and my older brother, and like 2-3 of our homies from around the way. And this was maybe 03, 04, maybe, when those was popping. So we was going to Love that night. Love nightclub. And at this point, one of the friends' dad was chief of police with 2nd District. So we didn't do lines. Hey, cop come, whoop, whoop, and he knew them. So we was like, we going out tonight, we going to see Christina Milian on stage, we going to go ahead and do our thing. Christina Milian. See? So I'm in there, and the security guard was like, he was checking with the chief of police, my man's father. He looked at me like he knew me, but didn't know me. Like one of them, okay. But he looked at my feet and he was like, yeah, he tapping the other security guy. He was like, hey, when they make them? And I thought it was an insult, because like, when you chopping it up with your boys, it's like, them not real. Like, nah, where you get them from? But it was like, nah, they off the shelf, bro. Like, chill out on me. And it was just kind of funny to me, because I thought he was trying to bag on me, but he was really trying to give me a compliment. I'm like, all right, cool, let me chill out.
So I actually had on here, like, we had already kind of started talking about it, like getting a pair of sneakers, like, for your significant other. So we've been talking about, like, just the culture ourselves and how or what sneakers mean to us. But when we start buying sneakers for, like, you know, y'all got kids, our significant other, or like girlfriends in the past, like sneakers for us, especially as black men, they mean a lot more than just, you know, a pair of shoes that we're wearing every day. Because like my man said, like, oh, I got good grades and that was my reward. Or like, it's a part of being a collective, like just even as middle schoolers or high schoolers, like depending on what pair of shoes you had, like it gained you a new group of friends. And that's what a lot of people not within our community don't realize, that it's not just about like having an expensive pair of sneakers. It's building those connections and relationships with other people and not just like our friends. So I want to say I got like 3 pair of shoes right now. Me and my lady got matching. So there's a pair of Jordan 1s. There's an artist called Blue. And they're like a multicolor type stuff. And again, she was like, oh, I like those. And I was like, all right, cool. I gotta get those. And then not necessarily matching, but I did get her a pair of 11s. She's got the leopard print 11s. Yeah, so nah, they're high top. Yeah, high top leopard print joints. And then we got a pair of the Bugs Bunny 6s.
The hairs.
Yeah, the hairs. So we got those. And like honestly, like for us, like I said, for me, it's definitely one of those things where like if there's another way for us to connect in our relationship deeper than just surface level material things, like I want to be able to do that. And like Jones, you were saying, like with your son, the connection between like your Space Jams, like that's dope. I love that for you guys. That's super dope. My godsons are autistic and they're 6 years old. So they're twins, by the way. But I'm waiting for them to get into sneakers because it's gonna be crazy. It's gonna be a wrap. But nah, so let me know like what's the first pair of shoes that you bought for a significant other, and like what were they? And then what did that mean for you and your relationship? We got a couple. We got a couple.
So I've just gotten to the military, but military culture is like majority of people that get in, they get married, right? I don't even know why we get married, how we get married, whatever the case is. Money. It ain't even the bread, bro, because you ain't getting that much money back. So nonetheless, I'm in Japan. I'm probably like 17, 18. This is the longest stint I've been without my mother. So we in Japan. These wings, whoever made these wings, bomb as shit, by the way. I get them joints good, bro. Nonetheless, I'm in Japan. So like I said, the military culture is you get married to like the first lady you meet, the second, the third, whatever the case is. It's pretty much simping, but just military terminology. So I'm out there in Japan. At this time, when we used to shop in Japan, the only place we could shop at was on base. I had all the ones, right? This was when the ones was jumping. I had the black ones, the blue ones, the white ones. You know what I'm saying? Just wearing them joints through. So I met this chick. She was like a Russian model named Oksana. So nonetheless, I'm like, bro, I'm like, nonetheless, F this. I'm about to go, I'm about to marry this joint. First white girl I ever met. She was a model, whatever the case is. I'm like, bro, I'm 10 toes down right here. I go to her crib. The Japanese cribs are like super, super small, bro. So you leave your shoes at the door as soon as you come in. It's tradition. So I would always leave my ones at the door. Bruh, I'm telling her, like, I just did a crazy proposal. Look, I want to marry you, whatever the case is, nah, this and that. I came home, bruh. No lie. I weigh 10 and a half to 11. She had my shoes on, fitted to the top, bruh. Like, her toes was hanging out the damn ones. I looked at these feet, bruh. Bruh, I looked at these feet. At that point, bro, I was like, bruh, I got to cut this off, bruh. I had to cut this off. And that just made me realize, bro, before you date a woman, bro, look at her feet, bro. She might got some mondos, bro.
You tell stories like that.
Not the size 12.
Size 12, bro.
That's crazy. But nah, all right, so the last joint I got for y'all, if it's one pair of sneakers that y'all missed out on or that you're waiting for, that you always wanted, you always had, or you want in general, pick one and let me know what it is. I feel like mine, we already kind of talked about it. I feel like mine are those Wizard 17s that came in a suitcase. Those right there are probably like my holy grail. Like out of all the sneakers, yeah, they are coming out later. But like out of all the sneakers, out of all the designer collabs, it don't matter, Dior, whoever, Travis Scott, like I want the basic ass Wizards colorway of the Jordan 17s in the suitcase. That's me.
Oh man, so I've been living in this area for a long time. I think we already talked about it. New Balances, any type of posits were the shoes that every kid wanted back in the day. I still think this was the shoe that started the sneaker hype, the Galaxy Foams. When they first came out, I wanted the Galaxy Foams so bad. So I think those, if I could get those shoes, James, if I could get those shoes, yeah, them the ones.
Quick shout out for James. Go on the Re-Up Collection online store. Any shoes you need, the man himself, he's in the building. Get your restocks, Re-Up Collection. I need them too, actually. So, and I'm gonna add a second one to that list. The Pearl Foams. Those, the pearls.
September.
Oh, all right, I'm cheating now. And then the Electric Blues. I'm done.
Yes, sir. I need them.
So I'm gonna say for me, and a lot of y'all probably not gonna know these, but it's called the Voltage Foam Posits. So they came out in 1997. I actually have a pair of them, but they're not wearable because again, 1997. They're all black and they got a neon lightning bolt check. Only came out. They were Foot Action exclusive. Only came out in Foot Action in 1997. I need those again because them joints, like, so it's literally like the color of his Sean Witherspoon's, like that yellow, all black. Oh my God! If they drop them joints again, man, I'll pick. Yeah.
I just want you to know.
You see, I just picked 3. So.
Right.
Oh, matter of fact, I got one more too. I got one more too.
I got 2, and I can't not.
I got one more. Flightposite 3s. The Flightposite 3s. Yes. The Flightposite 3s. So again, I have them. I have 2 pairs of them. I got the black pair and the blue and black pair. Not wearable anymore. Again, because how old they are. 2001, I want to say. But yeah, 2001. If they redrop, but I know they probably not going to do it because of how expensive it is expensive it is to make them. So like those type of shoes, we'll probably never see them. Well, I'm not going to say never, but we're not going to see them for a very long time because now a lot of these shoe companies, it's about the bottom line and making money. And if it's going to cost them more than $4 to produce the shoe, then they're not going to produce it. And stuff like Duncan's, Flightposite 3s, and stuff like that has certain material in it that's it forms to your foot and stuff like that. They not spending money on that. So if you can find a pair, let me know. Cause I need them. But yeah, a DS pair that's actually wearable. But yeah,
So the Nike Zoom rookie Galaxies or the Galaxy. Man, don't. Hey, bro. I'm a 10.5.
You can try to 10 on. I got 9.5 and 10 DS.
Hey, say less. We're gonna talk after this. That or the Nike, the Galaxy Foams.
I have the original Galaxy Foams and I got the ones that just dropped.
Man, between them two, I was waiting for them to redrop. But that's when they was robbing all they was robbing all the trucks and everything, and they was like, you know what, forget it, we ain't gonna even drop them. And so I wanted them to drop because I was already ready to have my bread in pocket. I was ready to get them. But those are my 2. I told them we gonna rap after this. We gonna rap. But those are my kind of like 2. Them Galaxies, I always wanted them.
I'm gonna go with the one you may not know, and that's the 2009 Kryptonates. when Nate Robinson won a dunk contest. I think they came out with like 6 pair in this area alone, and then they was here and there and gone real quick. But my favorite color is green, and when I saw this little dude jump over 3 people to dunk a ball, I was like, I like those. And then the Air Max, the Nike Air Max, the original ones. I need those. Just I'm a nerd, all the comic book stuff, all the movie buffs. I need the Air Max. I'm on your line.
Mooter, what you got?
Man, it's 2 because I can't just answer it this morning. Can't. First pair is it's an SB Dunk. It's the Jedi Dunks. Them joints, man. When them joints came out, I couldn't get them. A couple people had them that I saw. I've been trying to get them joints a DS pair since since 2011. I've been trying to get a pair of them joints. Them shit's hard to find. Probably impossible. The second pair.
What was it? What do you hear?
SB, the Jedis. The Jedi Dunks.
The wearable pairs are.
Yeah. And then the second pair is the What the Dunks. I always wanted those. I'm a dunk fan or whatever, so those are the 2 for me.
Before we get out of here, today's meal was brought to you by Jerk at Night. My guy Michael is right here. He is the owner of Jerk at Night at the College Park. He definitely got you guys. I like those. It's not a bad price either. Yeah.
I was looking at it, I was like, they were a lot higher before.
Yeah. So, holla at my guy, Jerk at Night, College Park. He'll hook y'all up. And then my guy Jones, he's the one that made the deviled eggs with the shrimp and also the other pan of mac and cheese. I haven't had the cheesecake yet, but I know it's fire. He made strawberry and an Oreo situation, so that's dope. And then September, the Sneaker Assassin is hosting a sneaker ball. Make sure y'all are there. It's already good to go. September 16th. Make sure y'all tell y'all folks. The link I sent y'all already, that's the only link you can actually purchase your tickets at. So if you got people who you trying to connect with who want to come out, enjoy, have a good time, send them the link because it's not open to the public. I wanted to keep it like with us, our people, and just vibing and actually like being able to have a good time without no knuckleheads. So September 16th, Sneaker Assassin, Sneaker Ball. And then, of course, y'all need any of y'all firearms training, all pro shooting. I got you. I got a couple new instructors in the building. My guy Jones recently got certified firearms instructor. Also, my guy Marquez right next to him, Gibson, new firearms instructor. They're going to be working with me in all pro shooting to facilitate any of your training needs. So we got y'all. Check us out. Let us know what you need. But that's it.